So the Challenger was a spacecraft that was set to launch on January 28th, 1986. It was a routine launch, so they were just going to put a satellite up in space, and then while they were there, they were going to check out Halley's Comet for 6 days. Also on this mission, Ronald Reagan, he allowed a teacher to go on this mission, and because she was there, a lot of America was watching because it was like such a big deal. So when the Challenger was set to launch, everything looked normal. Even after it left the launch pad, everything was fine. And then 73 seconds into the mission, the spacecraft exploded. The cause of the explosion was the two rubber O-rings that sealed the joint between the two lower parts of the right-hand rocket booster. The cold caused them to mess up and not seal properly. This caused a breach in the solid rocket booster joint, which caused burning gas to get into the external fuel tank. So basically, like, fuel got into a part that it wasn't supposed to, and then it just exploded midair. And a lot of America was watching this happen, and it was a pretty big deal. People were super upset, and it was a big deal. After the explosion, NASA recovered some of the spacecraft, as well as all 7 crew members' bodies. The Rogers Commission, they were who investigated what went wrong, said NASA just wasn't, like, they were just being lazy and that they just didn't work thoroughly through the spacecraft. So one of the engineers knew something was wrong with the O-rings, but Roger told the engineer that management was not supporting the redesign task force. So if Roger would have just listened to this engineer and been more thorough with every technical detail, then, like, it wouldn't have blown up. But because of this one minor detail, this spacecraft exploded. I think that, like, something we, like, my generation can do, and, like, upcoming people in, like, NASA and, like, all technical fields, they can just be, like, thorough in their work and, like, make sure everything's going right, because, like, with technology, if one thing goes wrong, then it's just, like, a disaster all the way around. So if Rogers would have done that, like, he could have saved 7 lives, but because him and some other engineers fell short, it caused the spacecraft to explode and fail.